How's it going, everyone? It is Monday, December 16th, 2024. A little bit of a later day video. I was going to post a little bit earlier, but I was having some fun with some day trades. I was pretty locked in, so I didn't have the right mindset to post the video. So let's get into the pick from the last video, which I am going to pull up right here. It was MDB as a day trade short. So let's look at MongoDB. Yeah, this is actually a pretty nice entry point to short the stock, honestly. It's probably what I would do. But MongoDB over here, let's take a look at this D1 first of all. So market on that day, gap up, and then we had a nice little sell-off and then chopped around in a little meat grinder mode. So Mongo was very bearish on this day, and was very bearish on this day and had a lot of selling pressure getting through a ton of D1 support and resistance. So here's that stock intraday. It's breaking through a couple of levels. Here's that final level at the 50 SMA. So took Mongo right around here at 21.50 at this 220 candle. And I think my instructions in the video were like, look, if the market cannot break above this prior high, we have a nice chance of going down. So we got this strong selling pressure. We got this marginally low, which I wasn't crazy about, but I thought we had another chance to maybe roll over. We got this bounce. It was a little bit longer, but we had this test of VWAP and this smackdown, this bearish engulf at 210, and then we got another candle right over here at 215. So I got in right over here, just a little pullback. I didn't want to chase the bid, on this new low of the day. I knew that this does pull back to the 8 EMA, so I'd rather bid up a little bit higher. So I got in over here. I added to the trade right here at 315 when I saw this bar. So I liked what I saw in stock. It was in the SPY rolling over. I didn't think we were going to break the low of the day. I thought we had a decent chance of testing it or even getting to a double bottom lower high somewhere around 603.30. So that's what I was looking at in the stock over here. Next candle on SPY was a bit of a warning sign to me. I didn't like this bullish hammer off here. This should have been some follow-through selling. Tells us that there is a bid here, and the bid has been a little bit pretty stubborn. Now, Mongo, nice follow-through on the compression break, closing near its low. Okay, stuck with the position. And then at 325, market started to rally up. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take some gains on Mongo. I don't like where this market is going. I feel like this is going to be a lower high, or a higher low, sorry, and then we're going to break back above. And that's kind of what we ended up doing. Now, it wasn't as strong as I needed, and then Mongo did end up with a really nice move later in the day, but it's hard to predict these last 30-minute moves, so I'm not too mad about this. I took some nice gains in the stock, is what it is. Now, today, you can see it bounced up. It was a bit of a tallish bounce, right, and this was a bit of a selling climax, so not looking too bad. I mean, you could short it here, but had a pretty big drop on this D1, so I think I'd wait for some sort of little pullback. If it can, honestly, if it can pull back and test this 100-day SMA and hold that level for a few days, right, kind of chops around. There's also another support level. Oops. Let me just draw this line at the gap, not to be confused with the store. So here's this gap support level, right? It's pretty much coming right at this resistance, and you can see test that level and reject it off today. So there's some nice support here. You could maybe take a short-term swing on this, but I am not too inclined for these short-term swings today, given that we have FOMC and we got some triple witching. So I prefer to day trade, but that's a nice short to keep on your radar. And what I'm going to do is we got a fresh sell signal here. And, yeah, we got room to 260. So, yeah, you could maybe trade Mongo. All right. So that was a nice win for today. Let's take a look at what the market's doing. So longer term time frame, I think, again, nothing has changed majorly. I call it over here that, look, we could see a couple different scenarios last week, and we could see a bit of a dip to maybe 600, 602, and that could get some market, kind of get a little bit of shorts in here, and the short squeeze could fuel us up to that next leg higher, maybe to like 615 or something like that, or even 620. I think that's more of a hard ceiling. Seems like a harder ceiling on the market. To make that kind of big, $10 move once it makes new all-time high. So could maybe be it. Now we are compressing, and I mentioned last week that we have this low. We bounced over here, so we had this low between 602 and we had this high of 609. So I thought that if the market makes a higher low on Friday, and then we gap up today, or we have another test of the bid and then we move up higher. And ideally, if we close right next to this all-time high before the FOMC, I think there's a decent chance that we poke through. Now, with the volatility, we could get some pokes. We could force out some weak hands shorting at the all-time high, and we could fuel the next leg higher. So I am a little bit more bullish on this compression because we got this bounce and this new high. Now, we still have to get above this high from December 11th at 608.43. So if we can close above that, then I do feel a little bit better. So that's kind of the main level I'm watching for here. If we start to stall out over here, then we're just in some more choppy crap. So that is kind of what it is. Now, you'll notice that I have this a VWAP coming through over here, and this is from the all-time high back from the 6th. So you can see that we traded below that. We broke above it. We tested that a couple of times, broke through, and then we really broke through here. Today, gapped up, test, found some support, and then we kind of rallied up for the remainder of the day. So today, I think there was a nice move from over here in the market. There was also a nice move actually early in the day. I think, honestly, on that there's bullish cross here. We got double bottom and this VWAP entry. So you can get in over here. And the fact that the market actually held a lot of these gains here is really promising because we didn't get like a huge chunky red candle with a ton of follow through. We didn't get this kind of move. We got some tiny red candles, poke up, poke up, poke up. It's a weak drift lower. Found some support at VWAP / the original opening range here. And then we poked up again here, tested this range. We're kind of hugging this range. The more we kind of test this repeatedly, and we don't get knocked down, right? So here's the first test, we get knocked down. Second knockdown, right? Here's another little test here. Poke up again, get knocked down. We don't get knocked down too far, and that's kind of what allows us to push up a little bit higher for the day. So that's kind of your clue here when we repeatedly test a support or resistance level and we hug it, right? We kind of stay right next to it. We don't get smacked down immediately. It tells us that there are buyers here gobbling up that selling pressure, and we're likely to break up to the upside. So coming into today, I came in a little bit later. I came in somewhere around over here in the second half of the day. So I was looking for some day trade longs. A couple of picks that stood out to me. First, when I was looking at tech versus non-tech, you notice that QQQ has been really strong today. So I took a nice day trade from QQQ from here to here. Took just about $1, a little bit under $1. Took another little scratch on QQQ over here on this breakout. We got a little breakout over here, then we got a scratch up, so take a little scratch there. Tech has been pretty strong. I took a day trade on Marvel today, and I got a pretty late entry, so ideally I would like to take it closer to here, around 123.62, and then ride this guy up, exit at this double top candle over here, and that's a nice, probably about a $2 gain, but gotten a little bit late over here, so I missed the nice meat of the move. So I got about a 50-cent gain, so not amazing, but not horrible. A win is a win. There were a couple of nice stocks that were moving today, so I'm going to just look at a couple of nice, strong picks here. IONQ still rocketing upwards. It's going to be a really nice short-term swing here. Beautiful breakout. Look, found some support at that earnings AVWAP, bouncing off over through here. I do like what I see in that. There's some rising volume in this stock Really nice trend. So could work for a CDS, although you don't have a ton of time. So I do like, that's one of the picks I like quite a bit today. And I'm going to go to my watch list. I'm going to go to my tags. All right. Okay. Whoops, that's match. Let's look at AFRM. That is another one I like today. It's poking out of this compression here on some volume. It's holding those gains, gaining some relative strength. So I like that. I like that move, that breakout over here. AVGO continues to rocket upwards. Let's look at this M5 today. Again, you got this nice strong move in the open, pullback, right? Double bottom, getting through VWAP over here. So there's a really nice entry point of 242, and then just continuing to kind of ride up. I'll take some, probably start taking some gains on this stock fairly soon as it's starting to chop around, not doing a whole lot. Google, actually, I like, for some reason, I don't like trading Goog. I like trading Google. So big move through this D1 today. Kind of moved up a little bit too fast. I would have liked to see it hold a line here, but moving up pretty nicely. So not a lot of pretty good stocks that are breaking out. I already called out Marvel. I like Qubit today. So, and this is going to be my pick for the video. This is what I actually took. Now, it's a bit of a experimental pick in terms of the position sizing, but I was looking more into Dan's out of the money CDS, giving it lots of time. So for a stock like Qubit, we got a ton of movement here, a ton of momentum. We had this fresh compression break at the $9 level, and it broke up high over here on a ton of volume today. Super high R volume. Looking at this intraday chart, massive move here on super high volume. Bearish engulf. Over here, here's the first bearish engulf, second bearish engulf. So slowing down here a little bit, but I took the $13 and $17 out of the money CDS expiring on January 1st for 80 cents. So it looks like that's going for about yeah, bid ask is pretty wide, but you could probably get maybe $1 on it. Yeah, so it's getting a little bit higher right now. So took this out. I'm gonna give this some time, and I took it at a strike and a price where this is viable to get. Right, we could get a really nice chunk of follow through on this, and it could get a very quick, 100%. Or the stock could do absolutely nothing, and it could completely die. And if that happens, I'm okay with that. So I'm okay when I size it to take a complete max loss on this. If I'm right, my max upside here will be $4 if the spread closes in the money. So that would be, that's really only going to happen on expiration. But even if it makes a big move, I don't know, tomorrow, right? Makes a really big move. You could pretty easily get a nice 100% move on this guy. So that is, may set some profits on that. But I chose this stock specifically because there's a longer time horizon, and I don't think it's really going to care about what the market is doing this week. Really doing its own thing. So that's kind of the trade that I'm taking today. I'm hesitant to give it as a pick just because it's not something I'm willing to experiment on, but it's not something I'm willing to really give one. So what I am going to do is we're going to take a look at a couple stocks, see what is looking nice. There's a couple of stocks that are making some really nice moves today. There's Riven. Okay. I like Riven. Breakthrough here, found some support, fresh buy signal, gaining some relative strength. The thing is, with this FOMC statement, you either have to take swings with a super long time horizon, or you have to take swings with a very, very short time horizon. So I'm really saying, okay, is this going to have follow through in the next 1 to 2 days, right? How likely is that? How likely is that trade? Which means that I really have to treat this more than an M5 or probably an M15 chart where, yeah, we get this breakout, and I'd like to get it closer to somewhere here, like 15, 20-ish. This is finding some support right at this level. So we may not get that pullback on this stock. 1540 is a pretty decent price. But yeah, this is kind of the bar that I would have loved to enter in on that trade. So I am a fan of Riven here. So I may make this my pick instead. But let's keep looking through some lists here. Tesla continues to look pretty nice. BA is doing something, but I don't really mess with BA. Let's look at Crowd. Yeah, really a lot of nice tech buying today. Actually, a lot of nice D1 breakouts. So just we don't have the kind of the market conviction on this. So I'm not going to, like take a whole bunch of trades. I need something that could potentially withstand any move lower, and I'd size it fairly small. So taking a look at Riven here, and I am going to take a look at this on the D1 chart. Okay, I mean, it's not bad, but let's keep looking. Let's see what we can find. Marvel is a nice one here. It's something that I would just kind of keep day trading, to be honest, like get in those dips, grabbing higher. So I'd rather kind of day trade strong stocks on these little intraday dips, right? Dip, double bottom, finding some support above VWAP. This is an excellent entry point over here. And then take gains when the trend wears down. Let's look at Piton. Piton is doing something today. Ooh, that's a nice little double bottom breakout over here. Nice move on Piton. Let's take a look at this D1 chart. Earnings coming up, 206. Is in this compression. Yeah, there's a lot of nice ones in Pop Bull today as well. Taking a look at a couple of these here. You can see here how SPY is pulling back here. This is a pretty weak trend, weak pullback in this uptrend. So there is a chance that we could pop up higher. There's also a chance we could die for the day. Remember, we're in a compression, LPT kind of environment. We already got a nice chunk of this move realized on the gap up. So there's not going to be a ton of dull, strong movement. Breeze is a pretty decent breakout. Just made it pretty. I don't know. This compression is pretty loose, right? I prefer like a tighter, like a compression like this. So this is a really meaningful breakdown in that compression. There's earnings coming up. Apple's a beautiful looking chart over here. There's a lot of allocation to that to your end. Wow. SoFi not bad. SoFi is not bad at all. Etsy, pretty nice breakout on this stock. Choppy stock, but it's broken through a ton of major trend lines, you can see. I put up 1OTL now. There's some trend line breaks there. 1OTL balance. Oh yeah, huge shit ton of trend line breaks coming down over here. 320 SMA. So this is a pretty nice D1 reversal, in my opinion. We have, formed a base and a bounce. Could take a short-term trade here. There's a ton of support and resistance at this level, so I'd be really careful at kind of this range here. This is a pretty massive congestion zone. So yeah, I like it, but I feel like I don't know, I'm not crazy about it being able to break through that unless we have a pretty decent market tailwind. Let's look at cake. I do always like trading cake, but yeah, cake is choppy. I don't even know what kind of stock this is. Cake. Oh, Cheesecake Factory. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look at some of my normal searches here. Let's look at what has a ton of volatility today. Let's look at sound. Yeah, it had the breakout yesterday, so we're getting the follow through. Had a beautiful doji sandwich setup, and then found some support, and then yeah, really threw up higher here. Asan. It's a deeper pullback, and then had a decent move up. It's a nice break of this tight compression, but I would like to get it closer to here, right around $25. So missed that. Tesla, good day trade. Yeah. Decisions. All right. I'm gonna go with Qubit. I've decided. Qubit is going to be my pick of the day. We're gonna do it as a longer term trade. So, take something where if you take a loss, it's something that you're fine with taking 100% loss on. And if you're right, you have a chance to get a very nice profit and take 100% win on, or even more. So that is kind of what we're leaning on for Qubit over here. That's going to be the pick of the day. All right. So thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, FOMC and triple witching this week. We don't know exactly where the market is going to go. I am slightly biased to the upside at this point. I also have to go over the picks. Sorry about that. Got carried away. So Twillo, we had taken gains on. We have a couple of stocks today. First, Reddit. Reddit, I love how it is moving up here, testing this high. Now, if it doesn't get rejected hard again, it might have a little small rejection here, but we're still hugging an 8 EMA. So if it doesn't get rejected hard, I think we have a chance at clearing that. I don't know if it's going to get here, but I have a PT, an order out at 200. So if it hits 200, I'm going to take profits there. It's going to be a nice round number. There's some analyst upgrades targeting that level. There could be some selling pressure over here. GoDaddy, we're still in half a position. It's looking good. It's poking out this level. I think it still has another leg higher. Netflix, this stock is kind of chopping around here, not doing too much. So not worry about that. Team also compressing over here. I think we got another chance for a surge higher, so may take some profits on a new all-time high and a breakthrough there. So that's what I'm looking for in team. But yeah, as of right now, not doing a whole lot with these swings. We're just kind of watching them to see what they're doing on this pullback, and a lot of them have held most of the gains. If you look at this market high from the 6th, so here's the 6th, right? Steam already made the high earlier, so it's kind of flat from the 6th. If we look at Netflix, Netflix is a little down here, but relatively flat as well. GoDaddy from the 6th, yeah, slightly up to flat. And then Reddit from the 6th is actually grinding up. So still, that's where we're still kind of in the stock. We haven't taken gains. And I like this setup. I think it has a good chance to clear this level. All right. So those are the picks we're in, and we are going to add Qubit to this as well. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll take a look at how these positions did in tomorrow's video. Stay light, stick to the day trading side. Again, find strong stocks with great D1 charts, set your buy signal alerts, enter on double bottoms, enters on tests from VWAP, on tests of support. Those are going to be really nice plays for trading.